on the Seattle Seahawks. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw right away. Got him in. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Down the left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone. Before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line. Track 60.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Prescott to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Hey, Cash. Cut 19. Mustang, Dragon 60.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now it's Burrow. This will go to Henry out wide.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Traylon Burks, 28 yards. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And now it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
60 average. 60 average. Go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dallas.
79 Broncos.
To throw is Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
That's good for the Cowboys. First down. A gain of 14.
Now Prescott.
First down.
This is Fant on the short completion. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
68.
On play action, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Prescott yet again. Goes to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Ready, go!
Prescott's going to keep this. Running on first down with Gasket. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Short throw to Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And Burrow going to change the play. They go play action here on first down. On this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Reload! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Go!
Running from the gun with Henry. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Check! 3 Cowboys!
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go! Cougar 19!
Prescott now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
18 Cardinal!
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
19 Lion!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here? You want analysis? Ridiculous.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Ready up. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Pass the 60. Ready, go.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Johnson jostles free. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Warriors,
Burrow looking to pass. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60, Cowboy 80.
Prescott. Over the middle here to Brown. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 18, 19, right. Trap 60, trap 65. Go.
Prescott to throw this time. He'll leave that one for Gaskin. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
18, pioneer. Go.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Dragon 60.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Burrow will throw. The killer here, it's complete. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged...
That's caught at the 25. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Fields changing the play.
50, green. Ready.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Yellow, ready?
To throw is Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Okay, ready?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Slice blue, let's go. 45, one. Ready.
Fields now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They go to Elliott again. And he gets it down to the 32. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Cowboys, first down.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Ready, set.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Handoff running left, Gaskin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Johnny Ryan.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Wait. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Fields. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
At the 28-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Ready.
Here's Fields. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
18 Cardinals. Go.
And they will take a knee here.
Hawk 70.
And they'll indeed take a knee.